So changing an image's pixel count can result in the image becoming pixelated. So to avoid this problem, designers employ a simple formula to determine an output resolution. This allows for resizing with minimal loss of image quality. Now, I've probably said before, I do not like math. I don't think I'm good at math. Despite the fact that I helped my daughter solve a math problem this week and it made her head explode that I figured it out. Thank God for Google, right? It can be really hard, but I can do this in my sleep now. So I'm going to show you and ask you to write down this formula right now. And I want you to write it down because at least one of your images you need to scan in and use this formula. At least one of them. All right? I know it sounds crazy, but write it somewhere where you'll be able to get it every class that we're here. In next class, I'll walk you through how we actually use it. The formula is this: print size divided by original size. And so you'll notice both of those say longest side. So when you're measuring something, it tends to have a longer side. It's either taller or wider. You're going to measure always from the longest to the longest. So if it's in the print, it's going to be 5 inches wide, but in reality, it's 16 inches wide. Those are the numbers I would put in. All right? So print size divided by original size equals, and you put a little line there. That little line is where we're going to get the percent reduction or enlargement, right? So if you ever need to know how to scale something, that's the math right there. If you're like, I don't know how big I want my wine label to be on my board, when I print it out, I want it to be 3 inches. On my computer, it's 4 inches. This will give you the exact percent reduction or enlargement, right? So this is the formula that we all use. Some of us can do it really easily in our minds, and some of us always have to use a calculator, myself included, but I know where to find it, right? So that's good. So once I get this number, I then am going to multiply it by my target resolution. And you know what? I kind of screwed this up. I decided to go higher this semester. And so you'll see on the handout that I gave you that I did. The target resolution, and I'll change it in the PDF that I put on Blackboard as well. The target resolution is going to be 300 DPI or PPI. So when I get this number and I multiply it by that 300 resolution, I will end up with the input resolution, which is the number I'm going to enter for resolution when I scan it in. All right? Most scanners will allow you to put the exact number. Some less expensive scanners, so if you have a scanner at home, if it doesn't let you put the exact number, go the closest number above the number that you've gotten, right? So if the number that you end up with is 372 and it has 400 or 300, go 400. But if you can put the exact amount, you'll be able to scale it down in perfect interpolation. All right, so print size divided by original size equals percent reduction or enlargement. Then we come down and we multiply by the target resolution and we end up with our input resolution. So at least one of your items, it can be a photo or it can be an object. You could scan in a pencil or a pebble or whatever you want. Piece of cloth, like lots and lots of options.